Hello everyone and welcome to another Super Science video with the Massachusetts Regional Library. I'm Miss Stephanie, one of the children's librarians here, and today we're going to be doing edible science, which is science you can eat, because you don't have to just do science in a classroom, you can do it in your very own kitchen as well. And today we're going to be doing two experiments, Fizzy Lemonade and making ice cream in a bag. And before each experiment, I'm just going to really quickly go over what you're going to need. You'll probably find most of these around your house. So the first one we're going to do is the Fizzy Lemonade, and for that you'll need a few things. First, you will obviously need lemons. I'm going to just use a couple for this experiment, but if you want to make enough for a few people, I would suggest getting 4 or 5 lemons. Then this experiment is pretty messy, so you're going to want a tin or some type of plate to do it over. Then you're going to need a straw to drink your lemonade a little later. You'll need 2 teaspoons. You will need a knife. A butter knife can cut lemons, but for any knife, you need to have an adult around to help you with it. And then to get the juice out of the lemons, you can either have a juicer, but if you don't have one of those around your house, I'm going to show you how you can get lemon juice out using a fork. Then cups to mix our lemonade with and to drink it, some baking soda, some sugar, and some water. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start making our fizzy lemonade. And the first thing we're going to do is get the juice out of the lemon. I have already gotten the juice out of one lemon, just so you wouldn't have to watch me juice all of them. But there's 2 good ways to juice a lemon. And the first is, if you happen to have a juicer at home, all you got to do is, well, first we got to cut it in half. So let's cut it in half, and let's get our knife out. And this is a butter knife does work on cutting lemons, but if for any knife, always have an adult around. So I'm going to cut my lemon in half. It may take a little bit. Or you can get an adult to use a sharp knife to cut your lemon for you. So we got 2 halves of our lemon. Now back to what I was saying. The juicer works, they work in a couple different ways, but the one I have here works in that you just put half of it, you lift it up, you put half of it in here, and then you gently squeeze it. And as you can see, move my hands out of the way. The juice is coming out. There we go. Juice is coming out into the cup. The seed did get in there, but that's okay. We can just use the fork to fish it out, because that's the other way you can juice a lemon. So we'll just put this aside for a minute. Let me get a fork to get that seed out. And a fork works very well too. You have to worry about the seeds a little more. But what you do is you stick your fork in pretty deep, then you twist it around a lot. And then you poke it and twist, poke it, twist, and then you squeeze it. And the juice comes out of it as well. So let me finish juicing. It takes a little longer, but it still works really well, especially if you don't have a juicer or you can't seem to find yours. So let's finish juicing it. Okay, a couple seeds get in there, but that's okay. We're just going to take our fork and get them out. Alright, so we have enough lemon juice. That took 2 lemons. For 1 small cup of lemonade. So I'm going to switch the camera real quick so we can see the process of making fizzy lemonade a little better. So just hang with me 1 second. Okay, so now that we've juiced our lemons, what we're going to do is we're going to mix all the ingredients together, and then we're going to put the final ingredient in to see how we can make our lemonade fizz. So let us start by putting the lemon juice into this cup. So we'll put it in here. Now, unless you like extremely tangy lemonade, we're going to need to put some water in it to help it make it a little easier to drink. So I'm going to pour some water in here. You just wanted to make it just so it's about halfway. Don't fill it too full because you're about to see why in a minute. So mine's about halfway. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add some sugar. And the sugar is up to you. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in, but before we put the sugar in, we need to put the ingredient which is going to make it fizz. And this, what we're going to do is we're going to put baking soda in. So let me get that. And first thing I'm going to do is you want to be very careful, and you want to do it very slowly, like this. Let's put the baking soda in. Ooh, we got some fizzing. Good, so just a little bit at a time. Because we don't want it to overflow, because then you won't be able to drink all your lemonade. Yeah, and we have a nice foam on top, which looks really cool. And this is called an acid-base reaction. And oh, it's getting a little full, so let's be careful. Let me wipe some of this off, just the top part. And this may happen because this is a very messy experiment, and that is okay. And we still have plenty of delicious looking lemonade to drink. So, okay, so the next thing we'll do is we'll add the sugar. So let's add 2 teaspoons of sugar. 1 and 2. And then we'll stir it all together. And you can see the bubbles still coming up. And this is a process called carbonation. And that's what we get to get our sodas and our other fizzy drinks from. So, it's still coming a bit off, but we'll just wipe it off the top, like we did the other time. And you'll probably want to do this before you drink it. And you can make it, if you want to add more lemons to make it a little tangier and less water, or you can add as much sugar as how sweet you want to make it. But here is your fizzy lemonade. And all right, so we now have our lemonade, and you can do a real quick close-up, and you can see some of the bubbles from the carbonation. Because the carbonation happens when a gas occurs called CO2. And then I wipe the foam off top, so all you gotta do is stick a straw in and enjoy your lemonade. Alright, let's get started on making our ice cream in the bag. The first thing, I'm just going to really quickly go over what you're going to need for this experiment. I recommend using a pie tin or a plate because this can get a little messy. The first is you're going to need 2 trays of ice cubes. Then you're going to need 2 bags, 2 plastic bags. One is a gallon-sized bag, which is the bigger one, and then a smaller sandwich bag like you put in your lunches. Then you're going to need some sugar. You're going to need some kosher or rock salt. You will need vanilla extract. And you will need half and half, which is like what people used to put in their coffee and tea. And then you're going to need some measuring cups. You'll need 1 tablespoon. You'll need 1 cup and 1/2 cup and 1/2 tablespoon. And I've already filled the half cup and cup with what we'll need, so just make it a little easier. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your gallon-sized bag and open it up, and then you're going to put the 2 trays of ice in there. And you may need some help breaking it apart, and then just dumping it in there. And let's get the second tray. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do something to help the ice cream form, and we need the kosher or the rock salt to do that. So you need 1/2 cup of the rock salt, and we're going to pour it in with the ice. Now let's set that aside for a minute, and now we're going to make the actual ice cream. Like that part is to help the ice cream form, and this is the actual ingredients for the ice cream. So get your sandwich bag out. You're going to want to put... Now, with the vanilla extract, let me tell you, this stuff is a little strong, so I would only put 1/2 teaspoon in there. So just to give you a heads up. So I'm going to go ahead, open my bag, go ahead and put that in there. And I spilled some, which is a good thing I have my pan right there. So dump that in the bag. Next, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of sugar in there. So let me get that. 1, 2. And then the last thing we're going to put is the half and half. And so just be careful. You need 1 cup of this. So I'm going to carefully, let me set this down real quick. You may need a helper for this. I think I'll be okay, but I'm just going to, okay, there we go. It's staying open now. So then just gently pour the half and half into your bag. Now, most important thing is seal this very tight because we don't want all that delicious ice cream to go to waste. So seal it tight. Then you're going to put it in the gallon-sized bag with the ice and the rock salt. Make sure that is also sealed very tight. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to shake it and shake it and shake it for 10 minutes. So I'm not going to make you watch me do this for 10 minutes. So I'm going to be right back. And when I come back, we're going to have some ice cream. Okay, so I've shook the bag with the ingredients for 10 minutes, and let's see what we got. So let's open up this bag, and we pull out our mixture, and it looks like it came from a liquid to a solid, and that's because the ice is absorbing the heat and energy from the ice cream ingredients it came in contact with, as well as like outside of it. And as the ice absorbs heat from the ingredients, the ice cream begins to freeze. So we open it up. Let's get a spoon. Oh, we have some delicious ice cream. That is so great. And you can also make it different flavors by adding different extracts. Like we put vanilla extract in this one, but you could put like orange extract to make orange ice cream, or you could put chocolate syrup in to make chocolate ice cream. It's up to you. And this looks delicious. All right, I really hope you enjoyed making those experiments, and I hope you found them very delicious as well. And I just have a couple books to share that are related to our experiments today. The first is called Science You Can Eat by Stephani Gates, and I did get the ice cream recipe from this one. And there was also it was really hard to decide which one to do, because there's 20 experiments here you can do with food in a kitchen. And what I like about this book is it goes through why food is the way it is. Like, what color is it? Why does it smell? Why does it taste? Why does it taste good? And it's just like a very interesting book, and it's one of those books that you don't have to read straight through. You can just pick and choose what you're interested in learning about. And I'll just show you what my favorite experiment was. I didn't do it because I didn't quite have everything for this one, but you can make drinks that glow. And how do they glow? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. And then the next one I have is a chapter book called The Lemonade War by Jacqueline Davis. And this is about 2 siblings, Jesse and Evans, that they both want to make money selling lemonade. And they have competing lemonade stands. And both of them are good at selling lemonade in different ways. Evan's more good at talking to people, but Jesse's better about buying things, like the more math side of it, which are both very important. And so they try to sabotage their siblings' stands, and it's really, really funny to read. And they do come together at the end, but you'll have to read the book to find out how. And the most interesting thing about this book is I found in the back, they actually have 10 tips on how to do your own lemonade stand. So maybe when the weather is good, you can read these and hopefully create your own lemonade stand. So thank you again for joining me for our science experiments. I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Have a good day. Bye.